I think the sneaker news this week is quite packed actually, and a few late announcements from Z Heads and Sneaker Files as well. So getting to the first one, it's the Hartcopy and Adidas BW Army. These basically dropped last couple of days, and they were an exclusive. I think Hartcopy, they're a brand on I suppose Instagram, and have their own website, and it's more about, I suppose, they publish sneaker news and latest footwear about new sneakers upcoming. And they got a collab with Adidas on this BW Army, and you can see the little logo on the sides of the train itself. It's a little stitching that's representing Hartcopy as a logo. But it's an average sneaker. I think the material quality looks really nice on these, so that's what I will say. And also in fall 2025, it's not quite April Fools yet, but it's the Balenziaga Zero. So what I will say is I do like the idea of these, but I don't think there will be much in practice. This is my guess anyway. Because there's no sort of strap feature, which is normally standard on a pair of shoes, I don't know how the heel would sort of clip into place. And also the toe area, the big toe area, that seems to be one of those ones where it'll probably sort of rub over time. And lastly, the price at $450. It's a lot of money. And the price is, and lastly, the price at $450 is a lot of money. And next up is the Nike Shox R4 Blue Void. So Nike are continuing to pump out the Shox, and this is another one that's releasing. It's a cool looking trainer, but again, not very comfortable on foot. But if you're a fan of these, then this is a pretty nice colorway compared to some of the others that have been released. And also in December, something that I'm looking forward to anyway is the Bad Bunny X Adidas adizero SR72. So it's a mishmash of two different sneakers, and I kind of like the vibe. And usually all the Bad Bunny sneakers have some sort of weird twist to them, and this one's no different. And I like the fact that it's using, I suppose, the bottom of a more modern silhouette, and then the upper has got that combination of the SR72. So I think all in all, even the colorways I think are nice. Obviously the neutral pair is probably the one that's most easy to match and easy to wear, but I won't be mad at getting either of the three, but I imagine one of those will probably be quite limited. And also in spring 2025, we've got an announcement of the New Balance 990 V6. This is another 990 V6 from Action Bronson. And again, the colorways look really nice on this. I think the toe mudguard area seems to be this light pink type color. So, the trainer looks nice overall. It's not a must-have for me. I think the original pair that released was a really nice pair. And next up, we've got an announcement of the Kobe 8 What The, and this is dropping in 13th of April. And next year, this is again a cool looking pair, and if you're on the basketball court, I think especially for that type of wear is a really good sneaker. And I like the React foam technology that they have in this as well. It just makes it one of the more comfortable and easy to rock Kobe's, especially for sort of lifestyle. And also we have the Adidas AE1 Low. So this is a bunch of different ones coming out next year, which I think Adidas are sort of doubling down on, which it's not too bad. And I do like the AE1 Lows, and I think this particular colorway is probably a nice sort of simple neutral one, similar to the Best of Adi Stormtrooper that released on the highs. And also in spring 2025, the Air Jordan 4 RM Photon Dust. I think there's something about the shape on the GR versions, which I prefer the Nigel Sylvester one. It's not so much the hype around the collab itself, but the Nigel Sylvester one had like one extra lace loop, and it just made it look a lot sleeker. Obviously the materials are really nice on that, but I think with this one, I'm not so sure. Just the colorway is okay, but it's just the silhouette itself. I don't know. There's something odd about the way this one looks, like the GR versions, the way they look at the shape of them. But it's kind of similar to, I suppose, if you look at a Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low versus a standard GR Jordan 1 Low. They look different because obviously the Travis Scott one's got 8 lace holes. And also on the 15th of February, we've got the Adidas Anthony Edwards 1 Low Champagne. So there seems to be several Adidas AE ones coming up, so just be wary that there's going to be a bunch more. But again, a nice looking pair, and again, another one of those sort of shiny grey type pairs. I'm just not too much of a fan of wearing sort of shiny type trainers out and about, and these are, you know, brilliant for the basketball court though. And same for these, which are releasing on the 15th of March, is the Artic at Night version. I think this one's another one which is fine and it does the job, but it's not something that I'd be after. And also the same for these ones, which is called the AE1 Low 3 SSB. I think these are like a PE, I think they were, and are being sort of adapted. But I do like the lace colours on this, and maybe slightly more on the sort of feminine side. And also in spring 2025, we've got the Adidas SL72 patent and pearls. So this is using obviously patent leather, and then you've got the pearl like chain wrapped around the ankle collar of the sneaker, around the medial side of the sneaker, around the heel side of the sneaker. And I'm not sure what the upper is made of, because usually it's made of nylon, but this one looks a little bit different. Maybe it's just a glittery nylon material, I don't know, but it's just given that sort of more upper class elevated look, almost shoe-like. And also in spring 2025, we've got the Adidas Treats for Your Feet Forum Lows, and these I think is based on ice cream, and there's two different colourways. One's more like a Neapolitan style, whilst this one's like a more brown version. But they're both, you know, I think the Forum Lows, considering how old they are, they're pretty comfortable on foot. But you know, it's one of those trainers that probably will get overlooked regardless. And also in spring 2025, we've got the return of the Adidas Superstar New York. It's got the 20th anniversary, it's saying, and you can sort of see on the stripes, it's got the three, or on the stripes, it's got the main areas. So you can see it's got Staten Island written there, Manhattan, and then Brooklyn as well as Queens and Bronx. So it's a cool looking pair in that sense. But for me, I'm just not a Superstar fan, but I know like these are more popular in the US. And also in spring 2025, we've got the APC Asics Gel-kayano 14. And again, just a nice sort of neutral pair. I don't know if the Kayano 14 trend at that point in spring 2025 will still be going, but it's one of those trainers that is releasing at that time. It's probably a good time for the summertime anyway, regardless. And also in spring 2025, got the Adidas Superstar Key City Seoul, and this is a pair that's dedicated to the city of Seoul in South Korea, and it's got almost like a Chinese New Year type vibe to it, with the different patterns on the upper and a little bit of embroidery on the heel. It's a cool sneaker, but not anything special again. And also in spring 2025, got the Toy Story Adidas Samba Woody. I think this is a sneaker that is, you know, got the nice sort of touches, which Adidas I think do well with their collabs, and you know, like the Turtles one for instance, and there's a few others like Star Wars, where the trainers look quite cool. I'm especially a fan of the South Park Towley Gazelles, or Campus, sorry. I'm also a fan of the South Park Towley Campus as well, but this is a cool looking pair, but I'm not a Samba Bay. And also in fall 2025, got the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low, and this is in the black and gold colorway. It's a pair that's okay. I think it's quite nice, but again, it's coming out quite a ways away, but it's still, but it's a nice. So in my eyes, it's a nice pair. I think you know, it's quite neutral. There's something about black and gold Kobe sneakers that just look cool. And also in holiday 2025, we've got the Jordan 11 Gamma Blue. This is just recently announced by Z Sneaker Heads and Sneaker Files, and a cool pair. And again, Jordan 11 looks nice in kind of more the blacker tones, and this one having a little bit of hints of almost sort of university blue is quite nice. So for me, I think it's a, you know, it's a nice pair, but not a must-have for me. And also in holiday 2025, part of the Rare Air pack that's releasing next year as part of Jordan's 40th anniversary. I'm sure there'll be some sort of storytelling behind this, but for me, it's okay. I'm not that excited about this particular pair, to be honest, but I'm not a Jordan 11 person anyway. And the Jordan 4 Black Cat is returning in holiday 2025, so this is a pair that is, I suppose, now like highly regarded. I think for me, I'm not too much of a fan of black sneakers, so that's the only reason why I personally won't grab them, but I understand why people like these. It's a simple look, but also clean, so I'm not surprised that they're returning. And to be confirmed is the Concept New Balance 740. I think these are okay. I don't think there's anything special. I'm not too much of a fan of the 740 silhouette in general, and I think this particular pair is okay again. It's not doing anything too special, but I do really love Concepts and their collabs in general, but with this one, I think, you know, it's not something for me. And also to be confirmed, we've got the New Balance 1906 Deep Sea. This one's not bad. It's kind of taking that protection pack vibe, and it's one of those sort of sneakers that I guess again just with that sort of blue tone on there, maybe it's a bit played out now and they probably don't need to release these, but it's a good one for if you're having them sort of winter time, I suppose, because it just gives you a little bit of warmth and protection. And also to be confirmed, with the Adidas Adistar HRMY, which I think is for saying for Harmony, and this has got I think they're calling it Ripper or Ripper. I think they're calling it repetition foam, and it's also got Light Strike Pro in there as well. So it should be one of those sort of nice high stack foam sneakers for running. But I think it looks cool as well. And also to be confirmed, which was just recently announced, is the Crocs Dingyhun Zhang trainer. And this one I think is quite nice actually. I think it's pretty cool. At the moment, I'm going to be on the side of that I really like them, and I think it's a good Yeezy foam run alternative. But when it comes to having them in hand, it'll be maybe a different story. And also, Crocs I find aren't as comfortable as Yeezy foam runners, but it's just misses that mark a little bit. But obviously, we don't have much choice now, especially if you're like looking for a pair of foams to replace existing ones, or you're looking for a new pair. So this one, I think I'm quietly sort of excited about these. And also to be confirmed, they've got the Nike SB 20th anniversary P-Rod one. This obviously looks like a Nike Dunk, but it's got those hits from Paul Rodriguez, who's a skateboarder. I do think they look really nice, and I'll be happy if these come out, and I'll be definitely sort of up for sort of grabbing a pair. And this colourway is quite sort of neutral as well to wear, so yeah, definitely be interested in these.